Hello friends, welcome to Excel tutorial. In today's video, we are going to learn the basics of Excel formulas, the different ways we can write the formula, what is a cell reference, how does a formula works with a cell reference, which is very important because if we write a formula with a cell reference, when we change the cell value, it automatically changes the formula result. We will also learn what does it mean by a relative cell reference and absolute cell reference, and we are going to also have the examples of these references. These are the basics of Excel which will help us to understand how Excel reads the formula, how it calculates, and how it gives the end results with the help of cell references. And if we are confident enough and if we use exactly the way we need the formula with the help of absolute and relative cell reference, we will be able to write n number of formulas with the which will help us to get the end result as per our requirement. Let us begin. Let us write a simple formula. Okay, I'm writing an equal sign and then saying 6 plus 6. Okay, when I press, this is also a formula, this is also a calculation. You can say calculation or a formula. When you say 6 plus 6 with the equal sign in front of this calculation and press enter, you get the result. Yeah, and if I say 10 divided by 2, it's gonna give me the answer as 5. This is also a simple formula, but this is not with the reference to the cell. We have given the values which we have to add, which is 6 plus 6 within the cell. So if I want to change my mind and if I want to say no, I would like to have 6 plus 12, then I need to go back to the formula and change this second additional value to 6 plus 12, and then it's going to give me the fresh result of the formula, which is 18. Instead, in the same way, if I say no, I don't want to divide by 2, instead I want to divide by 3, then I'll have to press F2, active the cell again, sorry, oops, okay, and then change this to 3, 10 divided by 3. It's gonna give me the fresh result as 3.33, which is the division of 10. Okay, but what does it mean by a cell reference? In the same way, keep this in mind. Okay, we have not given any reference, we have just written a calculation. This is 6 plus 12. Okay, now let's say I have a value here which is 6, and then I have a value here which is 6. These are the references which we are going to use. Again, I'm writing a formula saying I don't know what exactly there in this cell, but I want the Excel formula to grab the value in this cell which is F16 plus, and then grab the value which is in G16 and then give me the result. This is called a cell reference. Okay, this is now depending on these cells which is F12 and G12. When we change this value to 10, now it's gonna change the result automatically. 10 plus 6 is 16. This is called a cell reference, and this is a relative cell reference. Okay, what do we mean by relative and absolute? We will talk a little while later. We will first complete this formula to get the sum for all these employees with the help of cell reference. Okay, though we have the salaries, the sales for Jan, Feb, March, April, May in the range, so we are going to use this range as a reference to sum up. I will not be writing 8,744, which is the sales of January, and then plus 58,232, which is the sales of Feb, and then so on. I am not going to write this because I know these are already written and saved in these cells. So I'm going to use the simple function in Excel by using the equal sign and then typing S. You will see all the functions available in the Excel. So we are interested in summing up, right? So we can just type equal SU and then you will see the sum function. As soon as you see the sum function, with the help of arrow key, you can select sum and then hit tab key. As soon as you hit the tab key, it automatically opens the bracket. Now you are free to use your arrow keys. You can use your arrow keys, or you can also use the mouse to select the ranges which we want to sum up. For our example, it is from D5 to I5. Okay, how did I select the whole range? I pressed equal sign, sum, open the bracket. I first selected the D5 and then holding the shift key, if I move my arrow, this extends the selection. You can also use with with the help of mouse. Once we select the range we want to add up, you can close the bracket manually, or you can simply press enter. It automatically closes the bracket. So we have absolutely and perfectly got the formula to add the sales for the first employee. Okay, we have got the sum for the first employee, and now I'm going to copy this formula and paste it here. Let us see what's happening. When we press F2, it is now, do you see that there is a blue line here? This is a selection. This is a formula selection. This is depending on D6 to I6. Why is it changed to D6 and I6? But when I typed the formula in the first cell, it was D5. Now it's D6. This is what is a relative cell reference. Okay, I am sure this video is going to be a little long, um, but I would suggest you to watch this until the last, until we finish this video, because this is going to help us to understand how Excel works and how it reads the formula. Okay, for example, when it was D5 to I5, it changed to D6 to I6. Why is it happening? This is because this is a relative cell reference. Okay, do you see that the columns are named in Excel as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, so on, and the rows are named as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. Okay, so any formula which we type and then copy down to the next row, it's gonna definitely change the row number. That's what has happened here. Okay, it was D5 here and it has changed to D6. In the same way, when I'm gonna copy all these formulas, all this formula to all the other cells, you will see the change. Let us see the last formula. It has now changed to D12 accordingly. Yeah, because the first formula was D5 here and this last formula is D12 here. The numbers have changed because these are not locked. So automatically the rows will increase when we copy the formula in the column. In the same way, if I copy the formula in the row, it changes the row as well. So it's giving me an error because the 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 formula when we wrote here, the row was D. You see this D. When I copy this here and paste it, it becomes E, right? The way the numbers were increasing when we copied the formula in the column, in the same way the columns will also increase when we copy the formula into the row. Let's double click this. Okay, see that the column index was D, it changed to E. Okay, and then when I copied it, it changed to F. This is why the relative cell reference is used without locking any cell, and we have got the result for all the other employees. Okay, and normally Excel is not reading what is there in E5 or D5 or H5, but I will tell you the exact way how the formula reads when we have written the formula in active cell. Okay, when we wrote the formula, let me delete this again. Seeing that we are in the active cell, it's not J5 but anywhere. Okay, this is the active cell where I am writing the formula saying sum, and then I am going towards my left, 1 2 3 4 5 6 columns towards my left, grabbing all the values from there and then summing up. This is what Excel has done. This is what is called a relative cell reference. To prove that, we will copy this formula. We will come anywhere in the formula. Let's say we will come here and then paste the formula. Okay, let us copy this formula which we have written in J5 and paste it here, and we are getting a result as 0. Now when we press F2 and check, what is it doing? It is exactly doing the same steps which we have done when we wrote the formula in active cell. It is going towards the left, grabbing the 6 cells from the left and copying the values and giving us the sum. Because there are no values, we are getting 0. Okay, if you type anything here, see, it gives me the result. Because there is only one value, because that's why the sum is also 56. This is called a relative cell reference. To be very sure, we will add another simple example. Okay, I'm writing equals sum. I'm going towards my upper cells. Okay, I'm just leaving one cell and then starting from the second cell and grabbing 1 2 3 4 5 cells and then summing it up. So this is the formula which is summing up 5 cells from my active cell, but I'm skipping the first cell and then grabbing the 5 cells from the upper side. In this, when we copy this formula and paste it here, see what's gonna happen. When we press F2, it is doing the same thing. Yeah, it has left the first cell and then grabbed all the 5 values, 5 cells, and giving us the sum. This is called the absolute cell reference. Okay, when we copy any formula and paste it in the row, it's gonna change the number of rows. This is T7, you see it is T7, and then when we copy this and paste it here, it becomes T9 because this is T8. Okay, T7, T8 and T9. This is a relative cell reference. Okay, I hope you understood this, and then let us now complete this formula with the help of relative cell reference and paste it for all the employees. We have got the result. Okay, done. Now we will learn what is an absolute cell reference. An absolute cell reference is something which will not change the cell reference even when we copy the formula to a different cell. For example, we need to add the bonus. Okay, our company is giving a bonus of 600 for all the employees, and these are their salaries. What I am trying to do is I am trying to add the bonus to all the salary to get the net salary which the employee is going to get in the account. So I will write a simple formula saying equal sign, please go and select this salary which is towards my left, okay, which is exactly one step left towards my active cell, and then add whatever is in this cell. When I say add this, that means I am going 1 2 cells towards the upper side and then 1 2 3 cells towards my left and hitting enter. we have got the result for this employee 6608 plus 600. Okay, but this is a relative cell reference. When I am copying this formula and pasting it here, it is giving me the result as 6176 salary plus adding this cell which is nothing. Okay, the bonus cell is A15. Okay, salary plus A15. But when we copied the formula, now the bonus cell has changed to A16. Remember I said the numbers will increase when we copy the formula in the column. The bonus cell was A15 here, and the bonus cell now has changed to A16. The letter A is not changing because we are not copying the formula in the column. If we copy the formula in column, then A is changed to B. You see that A has changed to B, and here as well C has changed to D. So now it is considering this as salary, which is not correct. Okay, we have the standard bonus of 600 dirhams for all the employees. So, and we have written this in the cell number A15. This is A15, which is a bonus amount which has to be added in all the salaries of all the employees. So what I am going to do is I am going to use the absolute cell reference for bonus. Okay, so let me again start the formula. I am pressing equal sign, selecting the salary which is very next to my left cell C17, and then when I copy the formula down, it will become C18 for second employee, and then it will become C19 for the third employee, but the addition of sum should be remaining same for all the employees. In order to do that, we need to use the second part of the formula as an absolute cell reference. It should not change from 15 to 16. Okay, so what I am going to do is, as soon as I select the bonus cell, I am going to press F4. I am going to press F4. As soon as you press F4, you see that there is a dollar sign in front of the alphabet and in front of the number. So it's not going to change this anymore, even if we copy anywhere in the formula. Okay, I am now pressing enter. Now I am copying this formula for all the employees. Okay, let us see what is happening. The first part is relative, it is C17. The second part is absolute, A15. Okay, again when we move to the second cell, it is C18. It has changed the number because this is a relative cell reference, but the second part of the formula, do you see, it is still A15. That is what we wanted to have. Okay, salary plus bonus, salary plus bonus for all the employees. To make sure we have written the formula correctly, I always do this. I go to the last cell of the formula and check is it correct. If it is correct, almost all the formulas are correct. When we press F4, do you see that this relative cell reference has now changed to C22, and then the salary is still, I'm sorry, the salary is still A15. That is why we have got the exact result what we are looking for. This also helps us in the sense, for the next month, if we are making a report and we can get the salaries here, and we can just change the bonus. Let's say we have decided to give a bonus of 700 next month. When we change this to 700, it automatically changes the result. I hope you understood what do we mean by a relative cell reference and absolute cell reference. And this is how an Excel reads the formula. Wherever we write the formula, first it looks at the steps which we are taking. For example, again I'm in the active cell and going 2 cells upwards and then multiplying with the 1 cell right. Okay, this is a relative cell reference. I moved 2 steps upwards, 1 step towards my right, and then I have given a multiplication sign. Enter. this is 0. When we copy this formula and paste it anywhere, you see exactly those steps are repeated. 2 steps upwards, 1 step towards my right, and there is a multiplication sign in between. And this will happen whenever we copy this formula. Unless we make it absolute, this is going to remain same. I hope you found this helpful, and in the next video we are going to learn the most common formulas in Excel, which is sum if, count if, average, and a lot. At least 10 formulas we are going to learn at once in the next video. I believe you have found this very helpful. I want you to share this with your colleagues, with your friends, and most likely I recommend you to use for yourself when you are at work. It's my personal experience that when I started working with Excel, it has speed up my job. I'm able to perform my job fast, and I'm also able to help others who are preparing the reports for incentive and a lot. Okay, so if you have found this helpful, please do like the channel, share it, subscribe it, and stay tuned for the next video. Have a good day. Bye bye.